This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, streaming worldwide on WGNSSports.com, and always at the game. The game.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Since 1947, WGNS has been proud to bring you coverage of Rutherford County high school sports.
Lady Bulldogs are state champions in 2013.
Riverdale wins this one, and they're the state champions, back-to-back championships, and listen to this crowd.
WGNS Primetime Sports is proud to bring you tonight's featured game on State Farm Prep Sports.
In double overtime in a Rutherford County classic, the Blackman Lady Blaze go back-to-back. We may never see this again. What a game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss! The Single Stars are the state champions in baseball. What an inning. He struck out the side. Can you believe that?
TAB Award-winning veteran broadcasters Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and the Primetime Sports team are standing by to take you to the game.
And the Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars are state champions here in 2023.
He's got it. And Eagleville has won a state championship in baseball, and they did it really convincingly.
The Oakland Patriots have won back-to-back-to-back state titles. Their 7th state championship.
Now, let's get to tonight's prep game on News Radio WGNS.
And good evening from Oakland High School, where tonight we have the region finals here. It's from Oakland High School. It's Stewarts Creek, the Lady Redhawks against the Lady Patriots of Oakland, right here on WGNS State Farm Prep Sports. I'm John Dinkins, along with my good buddy, my teammate, my comrade on the Primetime Sports Countdown to first pitch. That's Brian Barrett. Brian, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Glad that we finally get to do some postseason baseball, softball in dry, sunny conditions.
No rain in sight, I don't think. We're sponsored by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. I mentioned to you before the game, before we got here, really, we were talking, and I said these are really the two teams that we were, anticipating. That doesn't always work that way.
True, it doesn't. Wilson Central was obviously in that mix over there in that district. Blackman and Oakland came out of their district tournament and really thought that these were the two stronger teams. Wilson Central did make a run late, John, but I was talking to Coach Fernandez, and she said the starting pitcher for Wilson Central did not play in the game against Oakland the other night where they won 12-2. And some type of injury.
Oh, wow.
So, I thought that was definitely going to be the game of the night. Turned out to be that Oakland, hopefully can get on a bit of a roll. We'll see what happens here tonight. The good news is the season's not over. You're going to play Friday. You're going to win or lose a region championship here, and then a chance to get to spring fling in the sectional round on Friday.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup here. This is the Primetime Sports Countdown to First Pitch, brought to you by the law offices of John Day.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Sir Pizza.
You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at SirPizzaTN.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From SirPizzaTN.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at SirPizzaTN.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
The countdown to first pitch, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, continues. It's time now for the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. At Rick's Barbecue, quality comes first, serving up fresh, never frozen meats, slow smoked the old-fashioned way over real hickory wood. Whether it's pork, chicken, beef, you'll taste the difference in every bite. Don't forget to try fan favorites like wings, slaw dogs, and loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to your plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to serve up a meal you won't forget. Stop by today on Warrior Drive, just off South Church Street, and taste the tradition. Brian is back with me here, and we're going to have a little bit, tell you what's going on tonight. Not maybe as much action as the rest of the week, but it's pretty packed.
Yeah, tonight it's already happened. They played a 3:30 game, and it was a four-inning game, run rule, as Eagleville defeated Huntland 13-0 to claim the region championship over their district foe. 12 runs in one inning. John and Huntland apparently had 4 errors on one play that allowed several runs to score, but Eagleville kind of flexing their muscle. They are getting close to 30 runs in 2 games, and the other opponent has not scored. So they will host on Friday night. They played Monday and today at Riverdale. I don't know if they'll play at Riverdale again or not. Of course, having that turf helps. I do think we've got some rain tomorrow and especially on Friday, so we'll just have to see how that goes. So other games tonight, of course, this one here in softball, Stewarts Creek and Oakland taking on each other here. The Coach T scoreboard is showing that Siegel and Bradley Central are playing tonight. I really thought that was, well, it does say Wednesday on here. Maybe they're playing tonight. If they are, they're at Bradley Central. If they win, they would play again tomorrow. If one team wins 2 games in the sectional in baseball, they go on to spring fling. If it forces an if game, if they each win a game apiece, then they'll play a third and deciding game the next day. Oakland and Blackman and Cleveland will play tomorrow, and then again on Friday, and then the if game is on Saturday. Eagleville will play 2 games tomorrow. They'll play Hollow Rock Brewston 4:30, and then game 2 immediately following. If there is a necessity for a game 3, they'll play that on Friday. And I believe that's it. That's our baseball and softball lineup here tonight.
All right, time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. And Brian, let's go to the lineup, Stewarts Creek and Oakland here tonight.
All right, we'll start with Stewarts Creek. They are 24-7-1. The defending state runner-up in Class 4A, Chloe Quiggle, the shortstop, will bat first. Batting second, Jalen Stembridge, the center fielder. Batting in the 3-hole, the third baseman, Samaya Sandifer. You may see her in the circle tonight. Jaden Brawley is in the pitcher circle tonight, batting fourth. Batting fifth, Lexi Pope, the left fielder. Addison Brawley will play right and bat sixth. Batting seventh, Elena Wilson, the first baseman. Batting eighth, Riley Willis, the catcher. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Lily Fox. So Quiggle, Stembridge, Sandifer, Brawley, Pope, Brawley, Wilson, Willis, and Fox for Stewarts Creek. For the Oakland Lady Patriots of Charlotte P., they won the regular season district, won the district tournament, won their first semifinal game on Monday to get here to this region championship game. Batting first at 24-5-2, by the way, for their record. Batting first, Jada Ellison. She will play left field. It's Chloe Aaron playing second. Taylor Minnick will pitch and bat third. Batting fourth will be Jazz Watkins, the center fielder. It is Kaylee Higgs. She will play third and bat fifth. Batting sixth, Bella Kirby, the catcher. Batting seventh, Addie P., the first baseman. It's Cole Campbell in right field, batting eighth. And batting ninth, Allie Monin, the shortstop. So it's Ellison, Aaron, Minnick, Watkins, Higgs, Kirby, P., Campbell, and Monin.
All right, those starting lineups tonight brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. Brian, I really don't know what to expect tonight. We've seen Oakland once this year, and they lost to Wilson Central, but Coach P said they didn't play very well, and I'll take her word that that's what happened. Stewarts Creek had all they could handle with Wilson Central in the game that we did just last week.
And that was to get to the championship game. And when they got there, John, they beat Wilson Central pretty handily. and Wilson Central would have had to beat Stewarts Creek twice. So that didn't happen. Stewarts Creek comes out the number 1 seed, sends Wilson Central to Oakland. Understand that maybe their starting pitcher had a little bit of an issue or whatnot, but Oakland really put it on them. They played that game on Monday at Riverdale, and it was a 10-run ball game. I think 12-2 was the final in that one. So, maybe that builds a little momentum too, though, John. You go through your district tournament, you come out the number 1 seed, you win, and Oakland's been on a win streak here. So I think that Wilson Central game a week and a half, 2 weeks ago is kind of in the rearview mirror.
Well, we've got lovely, lovely weather tonight, and even a little warm, to be honest with you. But wind blowing out toward right just a little bit. It's not major, but it could swirl, maybe give a little bit of problem. The lineups are being given out here as we speak, and it should be a very, very good ball game tonight if both teams will play up to their capabilities. Oakland didn't have any problem getting here either, and they kind of dominated, really, and that's where we stand here. Well, it's Stewarts Creek and Oakland, the Patriots, are ready to battle out tonight. And when you get to softball, a lot of times, too, it's who's the hotter team.
Right.
Don't really know. I think they're both hot.
I do, too. And, that's why I think win or lose here, somebody's going to have to go on the road. That'll be an obvious way to challenge your team and say, we've got to go do it on the road. We're good enough to be here in the sectional. And I honestly think that both of these teams could be playing next week at SportsCom or at McKnight Park. I don't see any reason why both of them couldn't be there next week.
They've just come out there announcing the Oakland lineup. Give them the color coordination. I know you love to do that.
Well, the Red Hawks are in the away white uniforms with black numbers, a little red outline on that. And Oakland Patriots coming out in their navy tops, pants, white numbers, and a little red accent on that. Of course, they're red, white, and blue, or blue being navy for the Oakland Patriots. And they've got Oakland across the chest. I think it's just the Red Hawk symbol on the front of the jerseys for the Lady Red Hawks.
Well, we've got the region finals up here on News Radio WGNS. It's Stewarts Creek against the Oakland Patriots here on State Farm Prep Softball. And we will return right after this timeout.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
You've seen the ads out there, companies wanting to buy your home. But why sell yourself short when you can get fair market value? I'm Lisa Patton. If you have an estate to settle or a home to sell, call Parks Auction. We'll work with you to sell your home or property in any condition with no costly repairs on your timeline. Why accept one offer when you can have multiple? You need Parks Auction. We look out for your best interest. Call Parks Auction today. We handle everything.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
I'm Ian Young. I'm at Las Casas Feed Supply. I'm selling beef and pork, 100% Angus, raised here in Las Casas. Come get you some.
Everyone's favorite cuts available, even options to purchase a quarter of a steer.
We got the beef. Hello, everybody. Las Casas Feed Supply.
Family owned and operated, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
I think we saw here. I didn't get a chance to go over and say hello, but I think Ron is here along with our great State Farm agents. on 101.9, 100.5 WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, Andy Womack, helping to bring you State Farm Prep Sports here this evening. It's the 24-7-1 Lady Redhawks against the 24-5-2 Lady Patriots in softball. Region Championship on the line here, and Taylor Bennett continuing to, are about to begin a little bit of a warm-up out there in the pitcher circle, and to take you through the first 4 innings or so here this evening on a bright, sunny afternoon. Here's John.
What do you mean by or so? 4 innings or so? No, it's just 4 innings.
Well, you always say that.
No, it's just 4. I don't ever do more than 4. I did 4 last week. Got the victory for Stewarts Creek too, didn't I?
Yeah, it was looking pretty bad there for a minute.
I blew the save, but I came through in the end to win that for them.
Boy, I tell you, John, top of the 8th inning, I wouldn't have given you a plug nickel to think that they were going to win that ball game.
No.
And they did.
Boy, some big key hits, I'll tell you.
Shows a lot of resiliency with this bunch. They're never out.
Or Coach Fernandez is living right. I don't know.
Well, probably a little bit of all of that.
Speaking of living right, Charlotte P. also had a great year with this team, and they're very young. They've got many freshmen that we're going to see down the road here in the next few years.
They've got a really good softball team over at the middle school just across the way as well. So Oakland is going to wind up taking 2 of the 3 middle school all-sports trophies and came in second in the girls. So good year.
And the first pitch is a strike called from Monick. Taylor Monick for Oakland. Throws from the right side, facing Chloe Quiggle, the shortstop. Checks her armband. Now she's ready. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. P is at first for Oakland. Aaron at second. Monin is at short. Higgs at third. Ellison, Watkins, and Campbell left to right in the outfield. Kirby behind the plate for the Patriots. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Scooped up over there by Higgs to throw the first, and plenty of time for out number 1. So Quiggle is retired. It brings up Jalen Stembridge, the center fielder. Now she can fly.
John Bennett kind of threw a little changeup up there to her, and Quiggle offered at it. Shot it over there to third base.
Am I saying the pitcher's name wrong?
Minnick.
Yeah, I guess I wrote it down wrong on this side. Had it right on this side. 1 out here in the first. Pitch, line drive, base hit left field. Over quickly is Ellison. She throws it in, holds her to a single. So Stembridge is on with the first hit of the game.
Well, the no-hitter is gone.
Brings up Samaya Sandifer, the third baseman.
You might see Sandifer move from third to the pitcher's circle, and Coach Fernandez has no qualms about moving her pitchers in, even sometimes twice in an inning. It happened the other night.
Minnick's ready, now the pitch. Swung on, high fly, right field, center fielder. Oh, they have a little miscommunication, and the runner is going to be safe at second. Watkins came over, Campbell came over, and neither one made the catch. I guess we're going to give her a single.
John, that made it a little tougher than it should have been down there at second base because Stembridge had to hold up.
Well, it was really close. Somebody has to call that. Brings up Jaden Brawley, left-handed hitter and a good one. She'll be on the mound tonight. Pitch is a strike. Well, there's no mound. She'll be on the rubber. So 1 out, 2 on. And an 0-1 count to Brawley. Here's the pitch from Minnick. Change up and a good one, swung on, missed, way out in front of that one. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's kind of the same pitch she threw up there to Quiggle, and she did get the bat on it, but just a soft little tapper to third.
0-2 to Brawley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, another change, and they're struck her out. That's the first for Minnick. And they're 2 out in the inning. And if Stewarts Creek's going to score, they're going to leave it up to Lexi Pope, the left fielder. Another left-handed hitter in this Stewarts Creek lineup. Minnick one out away, getting out of it. Here's the wind and the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. We can see the DeJarnett Lane, just cars going by.
Who would have ever thought that it would be that big of a road back in the day?
It's packed every day. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul to the screen, back into the dugout over by Oakland.
It's a 4-lane now all the way through.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You should try to get on Last Cassis Pike and get gas like I did this afternoon.
I did. I actually went across Northfield, that little store there.
The pitch swung on, shot to short, and it's off the glove of Monin, and everybody's going to be, no, they called her out.
I think the ball bounced off of the Oakland player and then hit Sandifer on the way to third.
Exactly. That's the inning. No runs. There were 2 hits and 2 left. We finished the first inning. We're going to the bottom of the first. No score.
I'm Good Neighbor State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about the significant rate decrease we're experiencing now. Let me compare coverage and possibly save you hundreds on your home and auto. Call me at 615-895-2700.
Renters, when you combine State Farm Auto and Renters Insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm agent Dana Womack, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and Renters Insurance to help you save. Call me at 615-900-0877.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Today's game on 101.9, 100.5, WGNS, WGNSradio.com, Big G TV, brought to you in part by JHA Company, that's Josh Houston and Associates, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall, along with Las Casas Feed Supply.
I believe on the last play of that inning, I think it was runner interference, I believe is what was called, because she kind of slowed down there and blocked the view of the shortstop. That's my take anyway.
Upon further review.
Yeah, that's my take. I'm not sure if that's right, but we'll go with that. 1 ball, no strikes the count. This is Jada Ellison, the left fielder.
Well, shortstop could not make the play because of the runner right there in the way.
There's a strike called. Ellison likes to drag bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Both these teams can hit now. We should see a lot of hits tonight. However, it'll probably be a 1-0 game when I say that. 1-1 pitch. Swinging and a miss. It's 1-2.
John, I'm not sure that Oakland has seen the fast delivery of the pitching that Stewarts Creek can offer, especially if that starting pitcher for Wilson Central did not start, because you know how she came in and Stewarts Creek kind of roughed her up a little bit.
1-2 pitch on a changeup, just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilson's at first for Stewarts Creek. Fox at second. Quiggles at short. Sandifer at third. Willis doing the catching. Pope, Stenbridge, and Brawley, Addison Brawley, in the outfield for Stewarts Creek. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, bounced right to the mound. Easy toss, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
See, that was a pitch, John, that from Brawley that got there in a hurry. Ellison did get a piece of it, but just a quick tapper right back to the pitcher circle. So we'll see if that's something that they can come around to.
Chloe Aaron's the batter, the second baseman for the Patriots. Right-handed hitter. Brawley's ready, and she delivers the pitch. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. I haven't read the home plate umpire yet. I'm just so far so good. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The pitch. That's outside as well, 2-0. Well, nothing like next week getting started. I better rest up this weekend.
Man, it's going to be busy.
I'm going to hibernate. Do not call me this weekend unless it's to tell me what time the game is.
Oh, that's the only thing I can tell you?
Yeah, because I don't want to hear from you. There's a strike, 2-1. No offense, but
I can just tell you Monday morning, first thing, as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, you can do that too.
5:55.
That'll be plenty of time.
You love it when I give you news like that early in the morning.
2 balls and a strike. The pitch swung on, fouled into the Oakland dugout again. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's like the Oakland student section's got stuff going out there in left center field.
Well, they got cowboy hats. Maybe our PA announcer can tell us what that's all about, but they had some cowboy hats. They were boot scooting boogie out there earlier.
Doing a little line dancing in the outfield.
2-2 pitch. Change up, got her. Struck her out. That's the first strikeout for Brawley. That was a nice change.
Boy, and Brawley is fired up too.
Put it up in her eyes there, and she couldn't reach it. So there's 2 out in the inning, and here's Minnick, the pitcher. I think we're going to have the hottest weather we've had all year coming up next week, too.
Yeah, I know tomorrow's supposed to be 90.
Pitches a ball inside. No, we call a strike? Well, I haven't read the umpire yet. No balls and 1 strike. Just wait for the reaction of the crowd, really.
They're on top of it, aren't they?
Tabitha Martin down at first doing coaching. Charlotte P. at third. Pitches into the dirt. Count even at a ball and a strike.
John, let's see. Tuesday, 86. Wednesday, 80. 74 Thursday.
Ooh.
71 Friday.
Wow, it gets better as the week goes.
Rain chances in there, of course.
Here's the wind and the 1-1. Swung on, grounded to short. Backhanded throw is put her off the bag. Wilson had to go out and get it. Quiggle, a little high with that throw. She made a nice play. I'm going to give her a hit.
I mean, she made a heck of a play. She had to really range to her right to get to it even, make kind of a backhanded stop. Just didn't have enough time to turn, spin, and get set to make a on-the-point throw. Ellie Kate Knox is going to come in and run for Minnick.
You're on top of that today. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's because of
I did the extra work.
You.
Here's Jazz Watkins, the center fielder.
That's what makes you a TAB award winner.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's little things like that.
What does that mean, Tennessee something?
Association of Broadcasters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I knew.
Go, Jazz. It's all you.
So Watkins, the batter, left-handed hitter. 2 out, a runner at first. The pitch. Ball low, 1 ball, no strikes. Brawley didn't like that call, I could tell. She snaps that glove and walks out of that circle.
She does exhibit her emotions.
1-0. Inside, 2-0. However, I met her outside, out front, before the game started.
Yep.
As sweet as she could be.
Yeah. She's very loose in the dugout down there.
Knox at first, 2 out. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, grounder to second. They go to first for the play, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've played 1, no score between Oakland and Stewarts Creek.
Is your saving for retirement strategy involving the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday"? If so, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and when it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started towards your retirement goals. Give us a call, Lee Colvin, at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Game day is coming, and are you ready to represent the Blue Raiders? At Raider Tees, we've got the largest selection of officially licensed Middle Tennessee gear in town. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, even tailgating essentials. You name it, we've got it. No more searching through random stores. Everything you need is right here at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Get game day ready at Raider Tees. Bigger, better, and go blue.
I'm State Farm
Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Well, Celeste Middleton also bringing you this half inning, located at 803 North Thompson Lane near Medical Center Parkway. State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, 895-2700, as we broadcast our game on 101.9, 100.5 WGNS. Scoreboard update, Walker Valley leads East Hamilton 1-0, and that's important because these two teams will play those two teams. It just depends on who wins and where those games will be. The winner of this game will host Friday. The loser will travel to the winner over there in that region.
Addison Brawley, the batter, left-handed batter, swings and fouls one back. 0-1 the count.
Those region or sectional championship games, it's just one single game to get to Spring Fling. Those are scheduled for Friday. Spring Fling starts Tuesday, so you do have a day or two.
The 0-1 pitch. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The year Smyrna won the state title, they played on a Sunday afternoon versus Soddy Daisy to get there. 2012, I think, somewhere in there.
1-1 pitch. High. 2-1. That was a crazy year.
It was.
I feel like Smyrna had to play 20 games to win that.
It sure seemed like it.
Who was the pitcher? Gosh, I hate that I can't remember.
Yeah, I see your face.
Yeah. 2-1. Swung on. Another grounder to the mound. Minnick up, throws to first in time for the first out here in the top of the second. Elena Wilson, the batter. The first baseman. Can be the third baseman. Sometimes the right fielder. Goes back to third. Then maybe she's the first baseman.
We saw that, last week?
I have never seen that.
That was one of the crazier softball games ever.
Yep. Worked out well for Stewarts Creek. But like you said, I wouldn't have given them a chance at all to win that game. They were down by 3 going into the bottom of the 8th. Here's a high pop right back to Minnick. That's easy, and there's 2 away.
I mean, just to emotionally come back from that 90 seconds later. And I think when Wilson Central made their pitching change, Siegel was like licking their chops.
Here is Riley Willis, the Red Hawk catcher, swings and fouls it back.
It may be sunny and all out there, and that's all well and good, and 80 or so, but that wind sure is blowing to the left or to the right.
It's really swirling now. The
Yep.
pitch. Low.
It's blowing from left to right, and then sometimes it's blowing out.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 2 out, nobody on. We're in the top half of the second. The 1-1 pitch. That changeup is in there for a strike. 1-2. Intensity level gets a little bigger in these games, doesn't it, than a regular season game?
Yeah, you can always feel that. I don't really feel like these two teams are tight. I think they're just on,
Balls outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I guess the term would be kind of in the zone, especially in the pitcher circle.
2-2 the count to Willis. Of course, these girls they travel ball all over the place, and they're used to competition. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Minnick gets a 1-2-3 inning. No runs across, and we have finished 1.5 going to the bottom of the second. No score between Oakland and Stewarts Creek.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
And on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard here early on, Eagleville a winner over Huntland 13-0 in 4 innings, so they move on and will host the sectional championship. Walker Valley has just defeated East Hamilton by a final of 1-0, so Walker Valley will host the runner-up in this game, and it will be East Hamilton traveling to the winner of this game. If that winner is Stewarts Creek, it's a rematch of last year's sectional game.
Kylie Higgs is going to lead it off for Stewarts Creek, followed by Bella Kirby and then Addie P. for Oakland. No score as we go to the bottom of the second.
Tonight is not an elimination night. Friday is. You got to win or your season's over.
That's the big one.
Yep.
That's the one that makes me anxious.
Me too, especially in softball. Now, baseball, it's a best 2 out of 3 series now. That was a change made in the last couple of years. Softball, it's Friday, and that's it.
1 ball, no strikes, and a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I wonder if Mr. Wells came up early and turned that air on. Man, it's very comfortable up here today.
I don't know. He seemed surprised as we did.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to give him credit, but I don't.
Charlotte must have been here early. I know that they had to do a lot of work on this field to dry it up.
1-1 pitch, change up in there for a strike.
She worked on, what was it, Monday from 8:30 in the morning until we got a rain shower at 2 o'clock, and trying to get the field dry to play that night, said we've got to go to Riverdale. And got a lot of rain out here on Monday night.
1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul back. One thing I've noticed on these two pitchers tonight, both their changeups are very good tonight. Both of them.
And they're mixing up their pitches well in terms of when they offer that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
At least at this point, it's got the batters fooled.
Brawley back on the rubber. Jaden ready, the 1-2 pitch on the way. That's high. I love to watch her. She's so demonstrative.
Some pitchers are very stoic. They never change their look, but
she ain't one of them.
Not Miss Brawley, no.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Looks over to the Stewarts Creek dugout. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, shot to short. Good hop, Quiggle throws to first in time for out number 1. Got that old Sunday hop there for her at the last second. Here's Bella Kirby, the catcher. Used to play the infield, man. I love those little Sunday hops right at the last second. Say a little prayer and then, oh, it's right to you.
Yeah, it's those that get there in a hurry that are sometimes a little bit of a circus act.
Well, whoever worked on the infield here did a great job.
Yeah.
It's in good shape. Here's Kirby, right-handed hitter. Now we want time as Brawley steps out of the circle.
Honestly, these are the best fields that you could play on that are in Rutherford County, but we don't have the state tournaments here.
The pitch. Don't get me started on that. I understand why they do it.
Yeah, I do too.
I hate those little fences.
Yeah.
And I think it affects games some, don't you? Am I going to be outlawed by the TSSAA by saying that?
I mean, if it goes over the fence, it's a double, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of doubles. I mean, that's what they have to work with. It's a great facility, parking, all of that. It's got all of that for it. But yeah, the short fences, you see a lot of hops over the fence.
And then also it's a little treacherous for the outfielders. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. There's a strike. I knew he was going to call one. 3-1.
Why in the world I've got a call for Matt Gillespie. I've got to take this real quick.
Oh, go ahead. I will not broadcast any more games this year.
Oh, is that how it's going to go?
2-1 the count. Just missed. Two balls and a strike here to Bella Kirby. She asks for what the count is. Got a slightly open stance. Sandifer playing even with her at the line at third. 3-1, the pitch. Strike call on the change again, and it's full. Brawley walks away from the circle. And the count is full.
Got a little box score on that Eagleville game. I can share some info with you. 12-run bottom of the third for Eagleville.
Swung on the, looked like a change again, and she was way out in front, and it's 3-2 still.
Brinley Bain was 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored and 2 driven in. Guyan was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 1 driven in. Litton 3 for 3 with a run scored and 2 driven in. Warbriton drove in a run and scored a run. They had 13 runs on 13 hits.
3-2 pitch. There's another grounder to short. Long throw over by the shortstop. And there's 2 away. That's Quiggle on the play. So 2 grounders, and there's 2 away. That brings up Addie P., the first baseman.
Eagleville had a 1-0 lead after 1 inning. It was a scoreless second, and then the 12 spot in the third. And so Huntland had the top of the fourth to try to get it under 10 runs.
Oh, that's a miserable situation.
Yeah.
You find yourself down after 1 inning, after 2 innings like that, or 3. Not much chance. Pitch is a strike called to Eddie P. One thing Eagleville's going to have to worry about, they're not playing enough. They're not playing enough innings.
Well, that's true.
You know, they got to get more.
That's only half a game.
Yeah, got to get more. They played 2 games, and 2 games that really were equal 1.
Yeah, you're right. Save some pitching, though, I guess.
0-1 the count. Well, they got plenty of that, I can tell you. The pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. They've got, I think they're probably 4 deep. And if you go to the middle school and count them, they're 7 deep or something like that.
Wow. You know, I think that's something that we've seen here in Rutherford County, you know, teams not as deep. Stewarts Creek, they've got 3.
Here's the pitch, grounder to the pitcher, and Raleigh makes the play, and she jumps up and down for joy on that. She is fired up. 3 up, 3 down inning for Oakland. We finished 2, no score.
At Little Caesars, get a large custom 2-topping pizza for only $7.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $7.99? Get out of here. This pizza is only $7.99. No way. This is $7.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $7.99? Well, you're crazy for this. Listen, pirate, stop taking my $7.99 pizza. Choose a large custom 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $7.99 when you order online. Only $7.99. What?
Pizza. In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors that you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. Let me save you money and time.
It's not just your home or car. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. We see your home and car as the time and memories that you put into it. Give me a call at 615-459-2683 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game today on 101.9, 100.5, WGNS, radio.com, and Big G TV, brought to you in part by Bowen's Body Shop. From dings and dents to full body work, trust Jeff and Kyle Bowen to do the job right on Middle Tennessee Boulevard. You're listening to State Farm Prep coverage of the Region Softball Championship games. No score here, John. Stewarts Creek and Oakland High.
Lily Fox is the batter. She was the hero the other night in that game. Boy, that was a big hit she had. Minnick ready to pitch. Balled inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Minnick has pitched very well. The first inning she had runners on, but that wasn't all her fault. Some miscommunication in the outfield, and
especially with that second hit.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled. Plate count even at a ball and a strike. Starting to lose a little sunlight. It's in the cloud. We'll have about another 30 minutes or so.
You know, that had to be a miserable game to be out on the field the other night. It was raining, hard rain at times, but it rained consistently. And just the emotions of that game.
1 ball, 1 strike to the number 9 hitter. And here's swung on and popped up. Minnick got the inning 3 up, 3 down last inning. 1-2 to Fox. The pitch swung on. Boy, shortstop is getting a workout. There's the long throw and a nice stab there by P as Monin threw that just a little bit to the outside, made a good play. 1 out. That brings up Quiggle. Chloe is grounded to third. She's 0 for 1. We have got Murfreesboro reporters all over the place tonight. Pitch swung on, shot foul down the third baseline. No balls and a strike. You're here for enjoyment tonight, I take it. I got you. Don't worry, you got plenty of work to do the next week or two. Yeah, pitches the ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. You think we've got it bad? They have it tough. Reporters.
Yeah, carrying that pen and paper around.
Oh, now that's ugly.
All this heavy equipment, 3 bags.
Here's a grounder to short. Up with it is Monin. Long throw in time. And there's 2 away. That brings up Jalen Stenbridge, who singled back in the first.
That's been a favored spot for everybody tonight over there.
Sure has.
That's why you got to have a stopper over there, don't it?
I think Charlotte has put some kind of bouncing stuff into the dirt because they're getting really nice hops.
Maybe borrowed some of those rubber pellets.
Yeah, I think
baseball or
she's getting
football.
some nice hops. Monin got a cannon for an arm for sure. The pitch swung on, foul at the plate, and it's 0-1. Top half of the third, it's no score between Stewarts Creek and Oakland here.
Just 2 over the minimum so far, faced by Taylor Minnick.
See, I got you doing it now.
Well, Minnick, you got a Minnick.
You got a Monin.
Yeah, Monin Minnick.
I think that's what got me mixed up. The pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away, nobody on here. Timber jacks for time. She's ready now. Now you got me doing it. Minnick with the pitch. Change up and a butte. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Timbers takes a little walk. Timbers back in now. Minnick. Take a look at that armband. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a shot through the right side for a base hit. So they have 3 hits. She's got 2 of them. A 2-out single brings up Samaya Sandifer. Singled back in the first.
Well, we've seen teams use this last out to their advantage to get a run or 2 across. So Stewarts Creek's going to give it a shot here.
2 outs, Stembridge at first. Minnick with the pitch. Pitch is high, 1 ball, no strikes. Kirby was ready to throw as Stembridge faked going to second. One ball, no strikes, the pitch. There's the strike, nip that outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
John, I really think, despite what the bracket says, I don't think Siegel plays until tomorrow in baseball. Because their game would have started Eastern time, so it would have started probably an hour ago.
1-1 pitch. Swung on, high fly ball left field, and it's caught out there in foul ground by Ellison, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit. There was 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the third. We're still scoreless.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brett Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
Craig's Tax Service is located just off Memorial on Heritage Park Drive. You can contact us at 890-2233.
It makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We are proud to support all Rutherford County student athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
We're back here on 101.9, 100.5, WGNSradio.com. Big GTV coverage of State Farm Prep Sports, brought to you in part by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, along with Bowen's Body Shop. And our thanks to good neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack out there on South Church Street between Farm Credit and the post office. And that is Dana Womack. Her phone number, 615-900-0877.
Cole Campbell going to lead it off for Oakland. Jeff Neal just gave me some interesting stuff here. An Oakland win tonight will be their 5th region title and 6th region title. And Stewarts Creek, oh, there's a ground ball, flipped to first. Well, that's a tough play for the second baseman. She is like standing right beside the first baseman. A nice play by Fox. And let's see, 3rd region title for Stewarts Creek. So they're very familiar with the region titles.
Coach Fernandez was telling me they have not played Oakland in the last 2 years. I think it was 3 years ago they played them at the Green Hill tournament early on in the season. So,
been a while.
Yep.
Here's a pitch that's inside. Nope, strike called.
Well, the old District 7, currently District 8, because of all this switching back and forth. Oakland, that has been dominated by Siegel in recent years. It's been 23 years since Oakland has played in a region championship game.
There's a line drive foul down the left field line.
Or won a region championship, I should say.
Brawley out in front, no balls, 2 strikes.
I'm not sure what year was that changed to. I guess that was early on. Oakland had adopted the fast pitch, and that's why they were so dominant during those early years.
Jim Estes. Go ahead.
I was just going to say Jim Estes had some really great teams, and we talked about that the other night. I can't remember who was before him.
No balls, 2 strikes to pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, I was trying to remember, and now I can't remember again. I had it. And
you said it the other day, yeah.
1-2 the count. And Brawley's done a good job for the most part getting ahead of the hitters. Pitch is swung on. There's a fly ball to left and caught out there by Pope. And there's 2 away. As Monin, the shortstop, flies out to the left. Now we go to the top of the order, and Jada Ellison grounded back to the pitcher the first time up. She's 0 for 1.
Coach Fernandez was telling me, we were talking about the middle schools, and Oakland's going to get plenty of young talent coming over here from the middle school, but she's got a couple from Rock Springs, one from Stewarts Creek. I think she's got two that she can add to her pitching staff as 8th graders. So they're both really set up pretty sweetly.
Bunted foul at the plate, 0-1. If Ellison reaches, would be Aaron. I think maybe one batter she's been behind on. I think both pitchers have thrown strikes tonight.
It's been a show out there from the circle. Only one hit given up by Brawley.
And the 0-1. This one's popped up, and it's going to be caught out there by Stembridge. No problem for Jaden Brawley. And we go to the 4th. We're still scoreless between Stewarts Creek and Oakland here on State Farm Prep Softball.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, where, of course, they've got barbecue and smoked chicken, ribs, but they have other favorites.
Our chicken tenders are delicious. We bread them here ourselves. We have so many different kinds of sides, and our nachos are really good and popular. I love the menu. I could literally eat here every day.
Anne Marie Brent's at Rick's Barbecue.
We're thankful for the customers. We have a lot of regulars, loyal customers that come in, and when they come in, I already know their order.
Bet you're hungry now. We'll see you at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel. It's smart to protect them together, to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your home and auto.
Each team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-895-2700 and I can save you time and money.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Back here on State Farm Prep Region softball coverage here. Championship game between Oakland and Stewarts Creek. Brought to you in part by Sir Pizza, Winners Trophies, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. You're listening on 101.9, 100.5, WGNSradio.com, along with Big G TV. You can listen to it right there and update the score bug at the top. But, John, we haven't had to really update the score bug so far.
The score bug? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, that little score thingy on the top of the screen. It's a bug, they call it. That's lingo.
I want to make it right.
It's on the overlay.
For sure. Pitch is swung on. There's a grounder to third. Scooped up over there by Higgs, and she makes the play for out number 1.
John, just stick with me. I'll teach you things.
Well, I'm going to go get a hamburger after my little duty's over, so I'm not going to get you one. Not at all. Okay. Not going to get one. Hope you ate before you came. I begged, I pleaded while, you were doing your color analyst.
Well, I've been busy over here.
Never even said anything.
Okay.
And you already owe me 2 hamburgers from last 2 times. There was a change, grounded right to the first baseman. All P had to do was step on the bag for out number 2. You think about quick outs, but this is a little ridiculous.
Well, has there been like 3 pitches?
Yeah. Two out, nobody on here for Stewarts Creek. And here's Addison Brawley, grounded back to the mound her first time up. Minnick has been rolling along. She's given up 3 hits. The pitch, there's a shot. Oh, stabbed out there by Monin. The throw is off target, though, so it's going to be a base hit. Lucky she even got to it. So Brawley reaches.
Well, she holds Addison to a single, and John, had that ball gotten by her, I think she would have had a double out of it. That was a very nice play out there at short. They did this last inning, too.
Elena Wilson, the batters, popped up to the pitcher the first time, and here it is. The pitch, strike called outside corner, 0-1. Always helps to throw strikes. 2 out, the runner at first is Brawley. The pitch, swung on. There's a little looper into left field, a base hit. Stopping at second is Brawley, and back-to-back singles with 2 out. And it brings up Riley Willis, the catcher. She struck out her first time up.
John, that was just like barely tapped, but it got in the air and went over Monin's head, and there was just just barely got into the outfield grass.
2 out, 2 on. We're in the top of the 4th. The wind and the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
This is only the second time that Stewarts Creek has had a runner in scoring position. Oakland has not had that luxury of yet. They've only had 1 base runner.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounder to short. Flip to second for the force, and the inning is over. 6-4 on the putout. No runs, 2 hits. There were 2 left. We have completed 3.5. We're going to the bottom of the 4th, and it's still scoreless.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
The large majority of our kids are involved in athletics or extracurricular activities, one or the other, and most are doing multiple activities.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
And that's a great preparation for life. How many of us in our life are just doing one thing? So a well-rounded student is a huge deal.
Invest in your child's future in a Christ-centered environment with many athletic and extracurricular choices.
Without a doubt, our students have the opportunity to be involved in multiple activities.
To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Well, Prep Softball coverage here. The Region Championship game brought to you by the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, along with Prentice Alsop Heating and Air, 101.9, 100.5, WGNSradio.com, and Big G TV coverage tonight.
Going to the bottom of the 4th, and Lily Fox is going to lead it off for, turn the page. Chloe Aaron, the second baseman for Oakland, struck out her first time up.
Jaden Brawley, John, has just faced 1 over the minimum.
And she's out in front of Aaron here. No balls and a strike. The wind and the pitch. That changeup dropped a little low, evidently. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oakland trying to stay away from that changeup now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on and almost caught down there by Wilson, but just out of her reach. A little blooper. And she's out in the front now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. After tonight, Stewarts Creek will wash their uniforms because they're going to be real dirty. Boy, white on white, that's tough. 1-2 pitch. That one's outside. Trying to get her to fish. 2 balls, 2 strikes, but the fish ain't biting yet. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, not in Aaron's pond.
Minnick would be next, then Watkins. It's the meat of the order for Oakland. That one sails inside. Full count. We haven't had many of those tonight.
Brawley gave the umpire a little bit of a...
Yeah, I thought Brawley was going to go to second base on that one, walk all the way to second.
Yeah, what you talking about?
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, pretty well hit left field, but caught out there on a nice play by Pope for out number 1.
Boy, that was John drifting away from Pope, and she kind of had to, shift it into another gear to get to it. Nice job out there.
Brings up Taylor Minnick, the pitcher. She singled. She has the only Oakland hit so far in this game.
Eagleville softball is playing. They're going to play their sectional final tomorrow at Eagleville.
And baseball is going to be over there too.
Yep.
I'm going to go by, I think. There's a bouncer to the mound. Brawley flips it over to Wilson for out number 2. You can go with me if you'd like.
Yeah, I might do that.
We can enjoy. Yeah, you won't.
We've got Middle Tennessee baseball game 1.
You could buy me a hamburger.
Yeah.
You still owe me one.
I didn't know you kept count.
Oh, I do. It's actually you owe me 2, but I mean, and I'm going to probably get you one tonight, although you're going to be doing play-by-play.
No, I'm
You're
good.
going to be busy. Yeah, I'll just get mine. You can carry it for an inning or 2 or 3, can't you? Big line down there at the hamburger place. Here's a strike called to Jazz Watkins, grounded to second her first time up.
So what we did on Mother's Day, John, Dalton had the big idea, why don't we grill out hamburgers? So I've been eating on those.
Oh, you're burnt out?
Well, gosh, how many hamburgers have we eaten in a year?
0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Sandifer up with it. Throw across. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down. Broken record. No score. We're at the end of 4. Brian takes over from here on State Farm Prep Softball.
Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Andy Womack. I'm getting a crick in my neck. Located at 1535 West Northfield Boulevard near the Ford dealer, State Farm Agent Andy Womack, 615. I can read when it moves. 615-890-0850. Brian Barrett's going to take over here, and I hope he does a good job.
I was just trying to get a little closer to you.
Well, thanks.
We don't need a crick in the neck before spring fling.
Lily Fox is going to lead it off. I think
we've got to be in our best shape, John.
All right.
No score here, and Fox is leading it off here in the top of the 5th inning. It's Fox, and then the top of the order, Quiggle and Stembridge. The 3rd inning, she led off as well. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. 4 over the minimum for Taylor. This in for a strike called, and it's 0-2.
You're into that 4 stuff over the minimum, aren't you? I notice you really keep a close watch on that.
Well, I just kind of added up here.
Yeah, you're just like a professor over here with the scorecard.
Is that right? I think it's a pretty cool stat. Popped into center field, but coming in and making a diving catch. No, Watkins, it pops away. Rounding first, headed to second is Lily Fox. John, I don't think Watkins gets to that maybe 9 or 1 out of 10 times.
No, I'm going to give her a double. I'll tell you what, and she kind of had her glove turned facing the ground, and it's really hard to scoop that thing up. I don't know how it got under her, though. But it's a leadoff double for Fox, and she continues to do her good work.
Bounced right over, and then Ellison had to back it up. So a leadoff double by Fox, and it's the top of the order. This is the 3rd time in this game the Red Hawks have had runners in scoring position, but the first time with nobody out. Hit to the right side. Aaron's up with it. Tosses it to P, but it does advance the runner to 3rd.
Good job of hitting there. She definitely was going. She knows what kind of game she's in. It's a close game. Let's try to get that run in.
Well, Jalen Stembridge steps up here, John, for 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a chance to add an RBI to it. Probably in the running for our player of the game here in the early going. 2 singles in the 1st and 3rd innings. The pitch from Taylor Minnick on the way, showing bunt. Don't know if she got a piece of it or not. I think she did. Yes. Fouled at the plate, 0-1. So at third base is Lily Fox, trying to get the first run across in this region championship game. All goose eggs on the board so far. Second pitch going to be tapped deep in the hole to short. They come home with it, and safe is Fox. And a run scores. It is 1-0. Stewarts Creek on top.
Fielder's choice and an RBI for Stembridge.
I just was hearing somebody saying, why didn't you throw to get the out? Well, the run was going to score anyway. But I understand it's different with 2 outs. But Fox is in.
Just another great example, though, of how you can manufacture runs.
Samaya Sandifer 1 for 2 on the afternoon. She singled in the first. And the first pitch to her. This one inside for a ball. 1 ball. Well, was that not the first pitch to her? Maybe not. I might have missed one. Samaya. Minnick's asking for the pitch to be relayed in, and now Kirby obliges. Pitch right over the pitcher's circle into the outfield, and she's going to be on with a 1-out single. So Sandifer keeps her hitting shoes on here as well. Going to second is Stembridge. And it brings up Jaden Brawley, and she and Coach Jennifer Fernandez going to have a little conversation here. Little pep talk. Jada actually gives Coach Fernandez a little tap on the shoulder. It's like they were.
She must be hysterical in the clubhouse.
Number 11 stands in. Left-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher in Minnick, and the ball is up there, popped up right side. There's going to be a chase, but it's going to be well into foul territory. Kirby and Campbell and Aaron both making their way over, but nobody could get to it in time. No balls, 1 strike the count. I am so thankful for that cloud right now. I was really worried that we were looking into the sun, but that certainly helped. Probably helped out there on the field, too. The 0-1. Hit to short. And they're going to throw to third. Steps on the bag, but no play at first. But they do retire Stembridge.
Great play, great alert play by Monin to know where the runners were, and she went and got the lead runner there at third.
So 6-5 on the fielder's choice. Samaya Sandifer does go to second. So first and second with 2 away. Stewarts Creek already a run across. And Lexi Pope is your batter. Pitch is outside. Pitch broke off the side of the plate there. Pope was called out with catcher, or not catcher interference, but runner interference, and then grounded to first. So 0 for 2 for her today. The pitch, a slow nubber down the third base line, and everybody's going to be safe. Minnick couldn't get to it. That was kind of an excuse me, almost picture-perfect bunt down the third base side. Boy, she's got a grin on her face.
Well, this is where Minnick for Oakland's got to bear down now. This is a crucial part of the game. The bases are loaded. They're 2 out, however. Just need to get Brawley here if they want to kind of keep this game close.
That ball went down the third base line, hugged the foul line, and went about 4 feet and just spun there like a top. Pitches a ball to Addison Brawley. She did single her last time up. She's 1 for 2.
7th batter to bat here in the inning to get just 1 run. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Bases are juiced right now. 3 hits in the inning so far. And the pitch. Left side, if it's fair, it's trouble, but it is foul. Well, that would have been 2 runs right there. Everybody moves back to their stations. There's a runner at every bag. Addison Brawley at the plate with a 1-1 count. It's Sandifer at third, Jaden Brawley at second, and Lexi Pope is over at first base. 1-0 Stewarts Creek, top of the 5th. The pitch, low. And it's a 2-1 count now to Addison Brawley.
Ken Walker.
No place for her to go. Elena Wilson is on deck, and she's 1 for 2. Hits all up and down this Stewarts Creek lineup, but just 1 run so far to show. The pitch. Ball outside, and it's 3-1. Well, I bet Addison is being told by Coach Fernandez, you're going to stand there for this one, and Minnick's probably thinking, I'm going to throw it right across the middle of the plate. We'll see. Here's the pitch. It's a ball outside, and another run is in. It's 2-0. And the bases are still loaded here for Elena Wilson. First walk by either pitcher. That's how well pitched this game has been. One for 2 for Wilson. Single here by her would be huge. The pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, there was a big drop-off on that pitch right across the plate. Had Wilson all the way. 0-1. The pitch, swing and a miss. 2 pitches, 2 strikes.
She's liable to go the same place on her.
The 0-2, here it is. Fouled at the plate just to stay alive.
Well, if this score remains the same, they're going to look at that little dribbler down the third base line as a really huge play in this game. Still plenty of time to go, though.
I mean, it was barely hit, went about 4 feet, stayed fair. The 0-2 pitch outside for a ball.
She was going for it. I think her motion made the umpire think that was a little more outside than what it was. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if she goes back to the same place now in the inside. Kind of showed her something different there.
It's 2-0 Stewarts Creek. They have the bases loaded, 2 out. The pitch did go outside with it. And a slow tapper to short. Monin up with it, throws to P. And that will end the inning. But it was a good one for the Lady Redhawks, where they scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There was a walk in the inning, and the bases were left loaded. We move along to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 2-0 Stewarts Creek in this region softball championship game. State Farm Prep Sports.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
Hey there, it's Brian, and I wanted to share just one reason why I've been a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee for years. What I love most is how they're always there for me, no matter what I need. You know, I know I'm not just another number. When I have a question, I can count on getting a real answer from a real person who knows me and my financial goals. They're always showing up for me, and they can for you too.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Game tonight on 101.9, 100.5, WGNS, WGNSradio.com, and Big G TV, brought to you in part by Good Neighbors State Farm Agent Andy Womack, 1535 West Northfield Boulevard, where you'll catch him, or at a Blue Raider event. State Farm Agent Andy Womack, 615-890-0850. Higgs going to lead it off here for Oakland as they trail 2-0. Trail for the first time in this game. It's Higgs, Kirby, and P, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Oakland, to face Jaden Brawley out there in the pitcher's circle for Stewarts Creek. Eagleville a winner, 13-0 over Huntland today. It's been a little low, I guess. 1 run in the first, 12 runs in the third. So it was a 13-0 win in 4 innings. They will play tomorrow, their sectional game, because Friday does not look good, honestly. Hit to the right side, Fox under it. Over there at second, 4-out number 1. So a little fly out. Bella Kirby, who's grounded to short. This is only her second appearance at the plate. I think Eagleville, they're going to play 2 baseball games, 4:30 and then a game after. And they are playing Hollow Rock Brewston. Not sure who the softball team is playing. First pitch in for a strike to Kirby. Also in baseball tomorrow, it's Siegel at Bradley Central and Cleveland at Blackman. Both of those, it's 1 game tomorrow, 1 game Friday, 1 game Saturday, the plan as it stands now. 0-1, change up, sails high. No, strike call, wow. All right. I think I've got everybody covered. These winners will play, well, I can tell you exactly how this sectional final will go. As we wait on the 0-2 pitch. Walker Valley will host the loser of this game. East Hamilton will travel to the winner of this game. Pitch high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Those are scheduled for Friday as well. I don't know if there will be any conversations about moving them up or not. Friday's weather looks not very good. Tomorrow, I think it's like tomorrow night. So tomorrow, honestly, may be a better day to try to get those in. Saturday, a little rainy too. Outside, not stormy type of rain, but raining. I think during the day on Friday's not going to be terrible. Maybe a few scattered showers, but Friday night into the wee hours of Saturday morning, we could have some rough thunder boomers. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kirby. The pitch. Low for a ball, and it's a full count now to Bella Kirby. Oakland needs some base runners. This will be our last coverage until next week's Spring Fling. Middle Tennessee will take the airwaves the next 3 days. Hot shot to third. Sandefur gobbles it up. Throws across to Wilson for out number 2. They are at Kennesaw State. Last night they had a 2-hour rain delay, and we had the game on, but the conditions for Dick last night and John Callow, they were outside on a table. They got the equipment covered, but it rained and rained, and they finally just decided, hey, you know what, we can't finish here. Pitch is low for a ball. They were probably close to being home by the time that game actually resumed. It was a 5-2 Tennessee Tech win over the Blue Raiders. That pains me to even say that. They've got to they need to win out this weekend. Kennesaw State's right now number 2 in the standings, I think. Pitch outside, offered up, and P comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the inning. Oakland has not had a base runner since the first inning. Minnick single, and she was stranded right there. So MTSU is going to have to win out and then have some help, I think, to get in this conference tournament. Low for a ball. Sun peeking back out here again now at Nelson Smotherman Field. Well, this, I'll make that point. 2-1 on the way. Hot shot fouled over in the Oakland dugout. The new addition here at Oakland is going to be spectacular. I just know it is. But it has taken away a lot of softball parking. That is for sure. So right now you have to really park in front of the gym and walk between Old Driver's Ed building and get out here. Another foul ball down the third base side.
Well, let me tell you about my trip to the concession stand.
Was it good?
The hamburger was hot, delicious, one of the best I've ever had. I met a State Farm agent down there, and I asked why he didn't bring pizza for us.
Oh.
He had a couple of excuses that he used.
So you got to see Ron, did you?
Yeah, I did. I said, you don't come to softball much. He said, I do when it gets nitty-gritty.
Nitty-gritty. Well, it is here. 2-2 outside. Stewarts Creek leading in this one 2-0. There are 2 away here in the Oakland fifth. Only 2 more shots at it. 7 outs to get for Stewarts Creek, and Oakland needs to get a little rally going. It's a full count to P. Hit to third and bobbled. Sandiford knocked it down and then couldn't come up with it. So the second base runner of the night on as P is going to reach.
Well, all the miss started for Stewarts Creek with 2 outs, so.
It's going to be a hit, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cole Campbell grounded to second. Only her second appearance at the plate here in the fifth. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to her.
Watch that ball.
You win this game, you host East Hamilton. You lose this game, you go to Walker Valley. Where is Walker Valley? Well, go to Bradley County. So go to Knoxville, head east on 75, and you'll get there. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Brawley not happy.
I went there with you once.
We did a basketball game there. Your gym was tiny. They were a small school, but they've seen such growth down there. They're kind of like Rutherford County. They've added so many schools. 1-1. Swing and a miss.
Come on, kid, watch that ball.
Campbell in the hole here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to her. Brawley's already ready. Now she does peek in the dugout. Gets the pitch, and here it is. Change up, just got a piece of that one. And I keep saying, you know, you win this game, you host East Hamilton on Friday, you lose, you go to Walker Valley. I honestly don't know. That's when it's scheduled. But you know, in spring sports, you get them in when you can. So I don't know if they'll decide to go early or not. The 1-2 again. Strike 3 called, and Brawley is fired up. Only her second strikeout, but boy, it comes at a big time. No runs for Oakland. There was a hit, but P was left over there at first base. We have completed 5 innings of play, and Stewarts Creek leads 2-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Insurance should be simple, not complicated. That's why at Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hull cuts through the jargon and helps you understand your options clearly. He's committed to finding the right coverage that fits your unique needs and budget. Their team has been a trusted partner in the community since 1973. Ready to make insurance easy? Get with Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. He's ready to help you get the protection you deserve.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game tonight brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, taking pride in getting our athletes back in the game. TOA, your sports medicine provider. That's TOA. Live your best life. For more information, visit TOA.com. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's getting late now. I'm saying top of the sixth.
Yeah, there we go. It's 8, 9, and 1 due up here for Stewarts Creek. 8 came to the plate back in that 2-run fifth that broke the scoreless tie. First pitch, left field on the hop, going to be taken by Ellison. And a good start there for Stewarts Creek here in the sixth. First hit of the game for Riley Willis. And just like last inning, when Fox led it off with the double, now she's at the plate. I think we're going to have a runner here. And I haven't made that change just yet. There she is, and that's going to be Jaden Amos. So Amos is running for Willis. You almost always see a courtesy runner for the catcher just because you've got so much garb to get on and that kind of thing, and be ready and keep them fresh. So Fox is 1 for 2. And now a little bunt right in front of the pitcher circle, but Minnick was up quickly with it. But that does get Amos down to second.
Nice bunt there by Lily Fox.
So now back to the top of the order, and Chloe Quiggle is an uncharacteristic 0 for 3 today. She's grounded to first, second, and short. She's got Knox out there, or Amos rather, out there at second. We'll change up Sales outside, 1-0. And then on deck is Stembridge, who is 2 for 3. She's driven in a run on that fielder's choice. Right back to the pitcher circle, holds the runner at second, but now she takes off. The throw down to third, safe. So Amos just did get in. That was well played by Oakland, but I'm telling you, Amos is really quick out there.
Yeah, Minnick did a really good job of, and that's why she's in the game running. Minnick did a good job of trying to hold her, but it's just not that much distance between second and third.
Well, she had a bit of a lead,
right?
And when she threw to first, it was turn on the jets for Amos, and she reached. Well, let's see what Stembridge can do here.
The big thing is they got the out.
Right. So if Oakland can retire Stembridge and get out of the inning, that would be huge. Stewarts Creek, they're thinking, you know what? We want to add a little bit more here. Never have enough. The pitch, change up, low and outside.
Not against Oakland, you don't have enough.
No.
They could explode any minute.
Well, we saw, Stewarts Creek had a big lead on Wilson Central, and then they wound up tying the game, then took the lead and had a 3-run lead in the 8th inning. Go to the bottom of the 8th, and they get 4 runs and win it, walk-off style, last week. 2-0 is low. They're being very, very careful how they pitch to Jalen Stembridge. And it's a strike called as Stembridge was headed to first. Well, Mr. Wells is messed up. Mama's here. He's in trouble now. In trouble now.
He's been fine. You're the one she needs to check on.
3-1. Shot to short, and Monen's up with it. Throws across to first, and the inning is over on the ground down to short. No runs for Stewarts Creek. There was 1 hit and 1 left at third. Well, we move along to the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-0. Stewarts Creek leading here over Oakland on State Farm Prep Sports.
can rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Pizza. You in a hurry for dinner? Well, we've made it even easier to order online at SirPizzaTN.com. Tap the location nearest you and begin your carry-out or delivery order at SirPizzaTN.com. You can choose from our full menu, and we'll take care of the rest. A Queen's Feast is calling my name. Order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at SirPizzaTN.com.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
We are wanting to remind you to tune in next time for the Countdown to First Pitch, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. And believe you me, next week we'll be doing a lot of that. After the game is the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. New pitcher is Samaya Sandifer. Brawley's going to go to first, and I'm sure Wilson's going to third.
That does appear to be the change here in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th, still 2-0, Stewarts Creek. And you've got Monin, then Ellison and Aaron. So 9-1-2 here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Keeping you updated on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard, powered by Coach T on our website, by the way. Popped up on the first pitch. And Fox says she's got it and makes the grab for the first out of this 6th inning on a high pop-up to second. Ellison has grounded to the pitcher and popped out to center field. 0 for 2 for her. In fact, Brawley, in her 5 complete innings, only gave up 2 hits, struck out 2. Here's a shot deep in the hole to Quiggle, and stretch at first. Brawley, they say she's safe. And Ellison beat it out.
Well, once that chopper got past Wilson at third, Quiggle didn't have a chance with her speed. She made a valiant effort, but that's her strength is her speed.
And Brawley did the splits down there at first to try to make it. Stewarts Creek did everything right, but Ellison delivers on a 1-out hit for Chloe Aaron now, who is 0 for 2. Pitch outside, runner goes, and in safely with a stolen base is Ellison now. So the first time tonight Oakland has a runner in scoring position in a 2-0 game. Oakland, John, they're down to their, last 4 outs here, so they're trying to make as much of it as possible. Bottom of the 6th with 1 away. Foul down the third base side. I know Oakland would like to tie this game, take the lead. They do have some innings to work with, but John, you get a runner in scoring position for the first time tonight, you almost better get her across, don't you think?
Yeah, here's the thing, too. If they do get the lead, Stewarts Creek's only got 1 more at bat.
That's right. Big inning here for Oakland. High fly ball, left field, and it is off the wall. So a double off the wall by Chloe Aaron.
Almost got out of here.
I had to wait, yeah. So a single and a double and a rude awakening here for Samaya Sandifer.
I'm surprised the runner from second didn't score, but she may have had to wait.
They held her up at third.
Well, they did a good job of getting the ball in. I think that was Pope that did. Mm-hmm. Really nice throw.
Well, it kind of bounced off the wall right into her glove, and all she had to turn and throw.
Plus, she had to wait a little bit to see if that ball was smoked, but it was smoked.
Yep, it was. Well, Taylor Minnick, she has One of the 2 hits off of Brawley. Now 2 hits off of Sandifer. And here's the pitch. It's low. Minnick is singled, and then a little bouncer to the pitcher. So 1 for 2, and a huge opportunity. The only time tonight that Oakland has had runners in scoring position. Here's the pitch from Sandifer. Just a bit outside. And it's 2-0. High drama here at Nelson Smotherman Field. And now Coach Fernandez comes out. The infield going to meet in the pitcher's circle here.
Well, you know, we can talk about our friends at Ideas Tees, can't we?
Yes, we can.
They're the place in Rutherford County for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. And they've moved. You can now find them at their new location at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Stop by and shop their officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider merchandise from Raider tees, including tees, polos, hats, and more. Ideas Tees can put your logo on just about anything. Visit them today and see how they can help promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. Now located at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Learn more at ideastees.com. Yeah, I know. She's made.
That is the
Brawley's
case.
back in.
So Brawley is back in the pitcher's circle. Won't take her very long to warm up here. They'll give her a little time. Gives me a chance to run over the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard real quick here for you. And the schedule, Eagleville a winner 13-0. No hitter for Eagleville too, by the way. I don't think I've mentioned that. Run rule, 4-inning game. And Eagleville moves on. They're going to play their sectional game tomorrow, we understand, at Eagleville. Siegel is at Bradley Central in baseball. Blackman hosting Cleveland. And Eagleville will play 2 games tomorrow in baseball versus Hollow Rock Brewston, 4:30, and then the game after. I think it's 6, then 1 and 1. Thursday, Friday, Saturday for Blackman, by the way. And then these 2 teams, they're going to match up with Walker Valley and East Hamilton. Pitch inside to Minnick.
Tough situation for Brawley to come back into the game. Inherited a 2-0 count. Now, if she loses her, that runner will be Sandifer's credit. If she strikes her out, it goes to Brawley or gets the out. Does that make sense?
Yes. Well, now it's a 3-0 count. Minnick, the pitch to her, in for a strike. Brawley was humming along.
Watch that ball.
And I'm sure maybe trying to get her a little bit of rest. I'm not sure, but Coach Fernandez is really 3 deep in the pitcher circle. Got a freshman who came in the other night. This pitch high, and the base is juiced now. So that walk will belong to Sandifer. And that's only the first walk of the game for the Stewarts Creek staff. So bases loaded, 1 out. Oakland with their cleanup hitter, Jazz Watkins. It's grounded to second, grounded to third.
They will give up a run just to get an out here.
Here's the first pitch to her. This is outside. If you're an Oakland fan, down 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th, bases loaded, you've got to have something here. You've got to score in this inning, I would think. And the 1-0 from Brawley on the way. Held off and took a strike, did Watkins. Every pitch, you can hear the crowd, they get into it, and then as soon as that pitch is delivered or just before, it was silent.
Watch that ball. Watch that ball.
Every pitch important here. 2-0 Creek. Sign from the dugout to Brawley, and now the pitch on the way. popped up right side and deep, and very deep. It's going to be in foul territory and out of play.
Straighten it out. Same thing.
Getting some encouragement from a fan down there to straighten it out. Boy, if she had of, it would have been tied easily.
That sounds like mama or grandma.
Well, maybe. I think softball players have a lot of adopted parents, too.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Jazz Watkins. Stewarts Creek needs an out. Oakland needs a hit. The pitch. High and inside to Watkins to even it up at 2-2. That may have been a pitch from Brawley saying, I want a little more real estate here at the plate. As Watkins she's back just a smidge here, so we'll see. Here's the 2-2. Took something off of it, popped it up left side. Pope is going to be under it. Now the throw in to the plate. A good throw, but cut off there. They flip to second, or flip to third. She is safe, and a run is in for Oakland. It's 2-1.
Watkins did handle the pitch well and drilled it out there to left. It was called, but it drives in a run.
So, runner at first is Minnick. The runner at third is is Aaron.
Keep it going, keep it going.
Here's the pitch. In for a strike called to Higgs. 0 for 2 for her. Nothing in 1. Pitch is fouled at the plate. And Minnick slipped down to second on me. But there was no throw. Higgs in the hole 0-2. It's 2-1 now. Tying run is at third. Go-ahead run is at second. There are 2 outs. And the 0-2 pitch to Higgs from Brawley. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And they got out of the inning. Third strikeout on the afternoon for Brawley, and she came in a mess. Cleaned it up, only giving up 1 run. There were 2 hits in the inning. There was a walk, and there were 2 left. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's 2-1, Stewarts Creek over Oakland on State Farm Prep Sports.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
We fulfill all your tax preparation needs from individual returns to corporations and handle any of those scary letters you may get from the IRS.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
The auction is a means of drawing people together for a quick, easy sale.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
The game tonight brought to you by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, and Middle Tennessee Christian School.
Well, Oakland has cut in half the Stewarts Creek lead. It's 2-1 here in the 7th inning.
The plan is simple here, just can't give them any more runs.
Sandifer, hot shot. Monin right there after it. 1 pitch and a line out, 2 short. Sounds like we have lost our field mic for some reason. The old batteries must have run out. So it probably sounds a little different to you. One away here in the top of the 7th. Jaden Brawley, the batter, takes a ball outside. She was very briefly the first baseman.
1/3 of an inning.
I was wondering how many it was. Couldn't have been much. Pitch on the way. Fly ball left field, but it's going to hook foul. One ball and one strike.
Minnick's done a good job of controlling the game and not letting it get too far out.
Pitch is low. So it's a 2-1 count to Brawley. Sandifer retired. Brawley, the 4-hole hitter. Lexi Pope on deck. Swung on, popped into right field, and under this Campbell out there for out number 2.
She just got in front of that just a little bit, or she really hit that ball well, but just a tad too quick.
Stewarts Creek down to their last out here in the top of the 7th with a 2-1 lead. Put a 2 spot on the board in the 5th. Oakland just got one of those runs back in the bottom of the 6th. Pitches outside from Minnick. No, strike called.
I just go by the crowd now.
Yeah, and I can't hear him very well anymore. This one is outside.
Tried that same spot, just a little bit further outside.
Probably sounds like we're doing this ball game from our kitchen. I hate not having the crowd mic. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. This one misses outside as well. Tried to go back to that same exact spot. 2 balls and a strike to Pope. If you win this game, you will be at home for the sectionals. It's 1 game to get to Spring Fling next week, and it will be East Hamilton, the opponent, the Mustangs. This one misses low, and it's 3-1. I don't think they are. I think Walker Valley, they're the Mustangs. Can't remember East Hamilton. I know their colors are Kelly green and white.
Walker Valley Mustangs.
Yep. Tapper foul down the third base side. That bothers me now that I can't remember who it is. I think it's a middle and high school, honestly.
I think you're right. I know they got a tiny gym.
Very small. This pitch fouled back into the screen. Hurricanes. Mr. Wells for the win. But I was right about the green. Boy, that's an ugly color. Man. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Lexi Pope. Fouled this one away.
Well, you just gave them bulletin board fodder to put up on the bulletin board and get them fired up. Way to go. He doesn't like our green.
Well, they're dead meat coming here anyway.
Oh, more bulletin board material.
Another 3-2 pitch, changeup. It's high. And a 2-out walk. Only the second walk of the game. So that brings up Addison Brawley. Addison had the other walk in the game. Back her last at bat in the 5th. That was the big inning for Stewarts Creek. 8 came to the plate. She walked with the bases loaded, so drove in a run. Pitch swung on. Fly ball, right field. It's going to drop in front of Campbell, and they're going to stretch it out to third for Pope, and she's in safe. Runners at first and third now. And that was hit to the opposite field, and so that allowed Pope to get to third. And now that is Big insurance run out there, and Elena Wilson, the batter. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Minnick readies for the first pitch. Here it is. Comebacker knocked down by Minnick, but the throw to the plate, safe, and another run is in for Stewarts Creek.
Huge run.
It's now 3-1. Minnick knocked it down, but by the time she got to it, made the throw to the plate. And, of course, how big is that extra base there for Pope, too? So that would be an RBI on the fielder's choice for Wilson. Runners at first and second now. Addison Brawley down at second. The batter is Riley Willis. Hits one deep in the hole to short, and a bad hop. Monin, no throw.
That was so much in the hole, I don't know that she gets that. Even if she catches it from I'm going to give her a hit.
Okay. I don't disagree. So bases are loaded. So the second hit of the game for Wilson. And that's going to bring a little conversation in the pitcher's circle.
That's back-to-back hits for Willis.
Yep, she led off the sixth with a hit. And I think maybe we have Amos out there running again. I think we do. So bases loaded for Stewarts Creek. They've already gotten their 1 run back. There are 2 out here in the inning, and Oakland needs an out. And a tough batter in Lily Fox, who's doubled, grounded to short, and then a sacrifice bunt her last time up, and hits this one between short and third. And another run is in for Stewarts Creek. It's 4-1. Before I could even get it out of my mouth, how tough of a hitter she is. She delivers an RBI single. Boy, she has had a good postseason. So another long inning here in the 7th for Stewarts Creek. Another 2 spot, and the base is still loaded for Chloe Quiggle. 0 for 4, change up to her, and it's in for a strike. She's grounded to first, short, second, and the pitcher.
Well, these pile-on runs are really making it tough for Oakland now.
Yep. The umpire going over to talk to Coach P. I'm not sure what she's asking about. She is fairly adamant in whatever she's discussing with him. It is not a chicken parm recipe, I can guarantee you that. The official makes, the umpire makes his way back to the plate. Not many times you see Quiggle 0 for 4 either.
Well, you got to put it out here now if you're Oakland.
Yep. 2 outs, change up, popped up, back to the screen. One more strike to get here for Minnick to get out of this 7th inning.
They had a big inning in the 5th and now a big inning here in the 7th.
The 0-2, here it is. Went outside with that one. Kirby did a nice job there to get to that. I mean, a ball gets by, maybe another run. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Chloe Quiggle. Oakland does not want to see Stembridge. Outside, and it's even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stembridge has hit the ball 3 times. 2 for 4 to a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. Pitch swung on, lined into left field, and it's going to be up against the wall. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in, and Stewarts Creek is now up 6-1. brings in Wilson. And Amos running for Willis for runs 5 and 6. Fox all the way to third. And I was watching the throw in. I'm not sure if the throw was after she reached or if she was on her way to second. So
it's
that's
a double. It's
double.
over his head. We'll
okay.
give him a double.
Gotcha. So a double for Quiggle. And Oakland is going to have to see Stembridge. The pitch swung on, hit to Monin at short, throws to first. And that is going to end the inning, but it was a big one for the Stewarts Creek Redhawks. They put 4 runs across on 4 hits. There was a walk in there, and they left 2 on. Well, it's go get 'em Oakland as Stewarts Creek down or up 6-1, and Oakland down to their last 3 outs. It'll be Kirby, P, and Campbell when we come back. State Farm Prep Sports.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We'd like to welcome you to our door.
Whether you have a quarter acre or several, Las Casas Feed Supply has premium feeds and dog foods you can't find in box stores.
Nutrition is our specialty here at Las Casas Feed.
Plus, every Saturday morning they have a local producer-only farmers market with fresh vegetables, beef, pork, and more.
Customer service expertise that exceeds your expectations.
Family owned and operated by Coy and Jennifer Young, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East in Las Casas.
It's not just a home or a car. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack. We see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Give me a call at 615-900-0877 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
So what if your roommate decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl and set your apartment on fire? I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Auto, renters, frankly, any kind of insurance. I've got your back. Call me at 615-873-1700.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Our game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, a Rutherford County resident with an office in Brentwood. State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, 615-873-1700. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 6-1, Stewarts Creek.
Well, it's going to have to be a big Oakland inning here. Stewarts Creek was up 2-1 until that 4 spot. Now up 6-1, it's Bella Kirby, the batter. She takes the ball on the first pitch from Brawley. She's grounded to short and grounded to third today. Kirby, P, and Campbell here. And Oakland needs many more. Change up, outside. You win this game, you're at home for the sectional. If you drop this game, you've got a little trip to Walker Valley, not a bad trip. Their softball field dimensions are the same, by the way. So Kirby stepped out, and so Brawley took a little stroll. She's back in the circle now, and the 2-0 pitch swung on, chopped to short. Quiggle over across to Wilson for out number 1.
Well, she and Monin both, they're really fine shortstop. They get to the ball, but they release it so quick once they get it in their glove.
And they really make some impossible plays as fast as that ball is getting to them. One away here in the bottom of the 7th for Addie P. She has one of the 4 hits in this game. Her last time up, she had a hit off of Brawley. The other 2 hits were that third of an inning that Sandifer came in. First pitch low, 1-0. "78 degrees. Still humid, too. Foul down the third base side.
And the breeze is gone.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That flag is dead still out there. I get nervous when I get a little notification from the Weather Channel. And he was kind of shaken up there
Found that off her shin.
Yep.
That's going to leave a mark.
Trainer is out. Coach P is out there.
I don't know if she'll be able to continue or not. That really stings for a while.
I think they're going to try to let her walk it off here. Gives me a moment to update you on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard and schedule. The only other game tonight was Eagleville over Huntland. They started at 3:30, and I think they were done in about less than an hour because Eagleville scored 1 run in the first and 12 runs in the third to win it 13-0 in 4 innings. No hitter, too, for Eagleville. So they're in the high 20s in terms of runs scored in the region tournament, and they will play. We understand they're going to play tomorrow, and I still have no results on what's gone on from Region 6. So also tomorrow we'll have baseball going on. Siegel is going to be down at Bradley Central. They will play 1 game tomorrow. This is the schedule that I knew coming into tonight. 1 game on Friday, and the if game would be Saturday. Same for Blackman and Cleveland at Blackman. And I think, well, I can look it up here on my phone. I think it's 6 o'clock tomorrow. She makes her way back up. I think she's going to continue to bat here. So Coach Frazier said 6 o'clock Thursday, 1 o'clock Friday, and the if would be at 1 o'clock on Saturday over at Blackman. Eagleville playing 2 tomorrow, beginning at 4:30 versus Hollow Rock Brewston in baseball. 1-1. Outside and low to Addie P., who is still probably thinking about that. Coach Charlotte P. making sure she's okay, as Addie gives her a head nod there. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Brawley. Sent into left field, and that is going to be a solid base hit. Way to go, Addie. 2 hits for her tonight. Oakland has to have base runners here. Speaking of base runners, Knox is going to run for P. Understandably. Well, after fouling that off of her shin, she battled back and wound up getting a hit. Cole Campbell, the batter here now. Struck out and grounded to second. There's 1 away here in the 7th, and it's a 6-1 Stewarts Creek lead. Showing bunt, pulled it back, takes a strike. Stewarts Creek put a 2 spot on the board in the top of the 5th. Then Oakland in the bottom of the 6th got 1 of those runs back, but then a huge 4-run 7th for Stewarts Creek. Kind of blew this one open. But Oakland still has outs to work with. Pitch, swung on and missed. Allie Monin is on deck here. She would love to stroll to the plate with 2 on, though, instead of 2 outs. Brawley briefly came out of the game. Pitch, sails low. She did not start the 6th, but after 1 out, a double and a single, she came right back in the middle of Minnick's at bat. Minnick wound up drawing a walk out of that. Swing and a miss. 2 away. John, I don't know what this final score is going to be, but it's going to be hard to overlook Jaden Brawley's pitching performance tonight.
You're right.
I know Stewarts Creek's got several hits in this game, but she has pitched a heck of a game. Best one we've seen her pitch. Oakland down to their last out here. And the first pitch to Monin sails low. She's flied out to left and grounded to second. Only the second time that she's faced Brawley. She went head-to-head with Sandifer back in the 6th inning. Pitch on the way, and it is in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stewarts Creek, the defending Class 4A runner-up, lost to Dobbins Bennett. Had a miraculous run through the state tournament last year to get to the championship game for the first time in school history. Change up, grounded to second. Fox flips it to first, and they're going to get another shot at it as they win it here by a final score of 6-1. Stewarts Creek will be at home versus East Hamilton. That is exactly what happened for them last year. Oakland still has a big opportunity to get to the spring fling for the first time in a while. They're going to have to go to Walker Valley to do it. Final score in tonight's ball game, 6-1. Stewarts Creek a winner here this evening. We've got your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. It's coming up as we continue State Farm Prep Sports coverage after this.
If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan France Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
Hi, I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor. And while you've heard the saying, slow and steady wins the race, that same concept can be applied to long-term investing. Investing a little bit at a time on a regular basis can really add up. We call this systematic investing, and though it doesn't guarantee a profit or prevent a loss, it's a way to take advantage of market volatility instead of enduring it. Give me a call, Lee Colvin, at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Raider Tees isn't just about t-shirts. We've got jackets, scarves, polos, hats, even jewelry and home decor. Everything to show off your Middle Tennessee Blue Raider pride. Whether you're headed to the game or just want to represent the Blue Raiders every day, we've got you covered. Literally. Come check out our exclusive designs and unbeatable selection at 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Softball.
Back here for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show from Nelson Smotherman Field, Oakland High School. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. Whether it's heating or cooling, Prentice Allsup Heating and Air services all major brands and often provides same-day service. Their team of Rheem Pro professionals dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable year-round. 890-1311. That's their phone number, PrenticeAllsup.com. Get that service scheduled. You don't want to be sweating this summer. Get that tune-up now. It's a good time to do it. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, trusted comfort on West College Street. Final score tonight, 6-1, as Stewarts Creek gets the victory. The Lady Redhawks will host East Hamilton. Oakland will go on the road to play Walker Valley. Both teams a shot to get to spring fling next week. As we start off the post-game show, Dr. Automotive Players of the Game for Stewarts Creek and Oakland. John, your thoughts on both of those teams and those awards?
I'm going to go with Brawley, Jaden Brawley for Stewarts Creek. She went 6 and 2/3 innings. She didn't give up a run. 3 hits, 4 strikeouts. The run goes to Sandifer with her 1/3 of an inning. And for Oakland, I'm going with Addie P. 2 for 3, and one with swinging, got a base hit with one leg.
Yeah, boy, did she. Pretty awesome. Well, there you go. Your players of the game from Dr. Automotive, your trusted local shop for top quality auto repair, specializing in both foreign and domestic vehicles and a 2005 Toyota Sienna. With ASE certified and master mechanics on staff, brothers Danny and Randy and their whole team out there provide the great service that you can't really get most places. They'll do it right, I'm telling you. You can trust that they're fully equipped to handle your vehicle repair and maintenance needs out on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna and online at autorepairsmyrna.com. Craig's Tax Service keys to the game. John, Oakland got within, fighting distance. Down 2-0, got it to 2-1, but I think it's that 4th spot in the 7th,
yeah,
right?
The 7th, the 4th spot, and they put together 4 hits in that inning, got a walk in there as well, and just really, and they got the first out of the inning is what was crazy, and then second out, then a 2-out walk, and then boom, 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 boom. So there you go.
Yep, big inning there for Stewarts Creek. They win at 6-1, and that's your Craig's Tax Service keys to the game. We know tax laws can be complex, and I know some of you are working with this extension to November because of the Tennessee floods and such. So if you've still got taxes to do, get help with those taxes. Craig's Tax Service, they specialize in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them at 890-2233, craigstaxservice.com online. And appreciate our friends Brett, Brandon, the whole Craig clan out there at Craig's Tax Service. And don't forget, if you missed part of the game, you can head to WGNSSports.com and click on that Sir Pizza podcast button to listen, watch, or download. Also check the archives for past games. And don't forget, get your favorite pizza online, sirpizzatn.com. Carry out or delivery, better yet, download their app. You can start earning rewards points. And you can find Sir Pizza on East Main, on South Church Street, and on Memorial Boulevard. It's 8 o'clock at WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Time on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show to get the final stats in the game. And John has been working on the final tallies, brought to you by Winners Trophies, JHA Company, as well as Fans Heating and Air.
Well, we'll start with Stewarts Creek. Chloe Quiggle had a big hit. She was 0 for 4 going into the 7th inning, got a big double. 2 RBIs. She finished 1 for 5. Jalen Stembridge was 2 for 5 with a RBI. Samaya Sandifer 2 for 4. They had their hitting on tonight. Even in a 2-1 game, they stranded a lot of runners too. Minnick did a good job of keeping the damage down. Jaden Burley with 0 for 4, but with the way she pitched, nobody really cares. Lexi Pope was 1 for 3 with a walk. And Addison Brawley, 2 for 3 with a RBI and a run scored. Elena Wilson, a run scored. She was 1 for 4. She singled back in the 4th, and she also drove in a run. Riley Willis with a good night, 2 for 4, and a run scored in the game, or Amos ran for her. And Lily Fox was 2 for 4, another good night for the number 9 hitter. When you get that kind of production out of 7, 8, 9 hitters, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits out of the bottom third of the order. That is a real key for Stewarts Creek. Pitching on the mound, Brawley was 6 2/3 inning, no runs, no earned runs, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. Sandifer, 1/3 of an inning, 1 run, 1 earned, gave up 2 hits and walked 1. For Oakland, they had a tough night at the plate. It was Jada Ellison, 1 for 3. She did score the only run of the game. Chloe Aaron was 1 for 3 with a double. Taylor Minnick, 1 for 2 with a walk. Jazz Watkins, 0 for 3. She did get an RBI on a fly out, a sacrifice fly. Callie Higgs was 0 for 3. Bella Kirby, 0 for 3. Addie Perry, 2 for 3. And two singles in the game for her. Cole Campbell, 0 for 3. And Allie Monin had 0 for 3 night. For Minnick, she pitched 7 innings, pitched well, gave up 6 runs, 4 of those in that tough 7th inning. 6 earned runs, 10 hits, 2 strikeouts, and she walked 2. That's it. The final score, 6-1, Stewarts Creek a winner.
All right, John, this is our final game before Spring Fling next week. There is always that possibility. I mean, teams still have to play sectionals. and you just never know how that can go. But I would be really, really surprised if we don't have a couple of representatives in softball and baseball. So that will be our next coverage. The first games would not happen until Tuesday. So we'll just have to wait and see on the schedule. I can tell you that we will have, when we're not on the air, we will have Spring Fling HQ. It will run until, let's see, I think Tuesday is starting in the afternoon around 2 o'clock, and then 10 a.m. for Wednesday and Thursday, running till about 6. So when we're not doing a game, you'll hear some of that Spring Fling HQ coverage of what's going on with Spring Fling, and really a pretty cool thing. Chip Walters will anchor that for the TSSAA, and it'll be all of it on their website streaming. But if you're out going from one place to another, we'll have that on the air as long as we're not covering a game. So going to be a big week for the producers back at the station coming up next week. So the schedule ahead here, Walker Valley will actually host Oakland, and East Hamilton will travel to Stewarts Creek in softball. That's scheduled for Friday. I don't know if they'll do it earlier or not. We do know that Eagleville will play tomorrow in softball at their field, and they will play their sectional game tomorrow out there. Baseball, Eagleville Baseball will be hosting Hollow Rock Brewston, 4:30 for the first game. The second game will immediately follow, and then a third game would be on Friday if necessary. And gave you the times for Blackman, 6 o'clock versus Cleveland tomorrow, 1 o'clock on Friday, 1 o'clock for the IF on Saturday. And Siegel is at Bradley. I can't remember the times exactly, but they are planning to play one game tomorrow, then Friday, then Saturday IF. All right, so we still have a lot of local baseball and softball teams alive. So that's going to be it here from Oakland High School tonight. It was a 6-1 victory for the Stewarts Creek Lady Redhawks. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Got to thank Jackson Smith back at the station, our producer, and, of course, John Dinkins here with us tonight. And Middle Tennessee baseball tomorrow, 4:45, same for Friday. And then I think noon first pitch on Saturday at Kennesaw State. Dick Palmer will take over the microphone for the next couple of days. And that's going to do it for our coverage tonight. I'm Brian Barrett saying so long until the next time we meet at the game.
Rutherford County's biggest sports events are on News Radio WGNS, FM 101.9, FM 100.5, AM 1450, streaming at WGNSSports.com, on our iPhone and Android apps, and always at the game.
Next, another special News Radio WGNS broadcast.